Not lost this time.
So, Billionaire is your first solo project.
Yes.
Correct. Okay. As Indigo.
Yes.
Now you put out a collaborative EP
Yes.
with NYT's.
Sure
Shout out to him again.
Shout out to that guy, wherever he's at.
Wherever you are.
If you've seen him,
Honestly, he's kind of MIA after the last.
I know. We haven't seen him since.
I don't think he liked the way the interview went. He's probably got another diss track. He's just waiting on this whole beef to
the beef
blow over.
continue.
Yeah.
Damn,
We really started this whole diss track thing.
Honestly, really. If you really think about
I
it.
thought we were making progress. That's so sad to hear.
But so like, what are since you had both experiences with the collaborative project and with the solo project, like what are some of the challenges you may have faced like as a solo artist, like going through that process versus like working with someone else? Like what's kind of the differences you got from that?
My opinion is the only one that matters.
Yeah.
Don't like that.
Don't like that.
Like when I was on the it's just when you're on an album with somebody, it's like your opinion matters just as much as me. So you tell me what you want to do, and I'm gonna see if I, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not. It's more so like bouncing off.
It's like the back and forth process. Yeah.
But this is literally
all
my baby.
You.
Like it's all of me. Like I can't. I'm making all the executive decisions here, and it's like I like it. I'm good at making those decisions, but it can get overwhelming. Like, you know, you're figuring out your cover art, you're figuring out how you want your mixes to be, you're figuring out your rollout the day, any visuals you're doing, you're editing your visuals, you're planning it's a lot to do like on your own.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously you'll have support and things of that nature from people that aren't necessarily directly involved in it, but at the end of the day, no matter how many questions you ask, do you like this? Do you like this? Do you like this? It's up to me at the end of the day if I'm going to release it, if I want this to represent who I am as an artist. So I just think get into my head a lot about that. But
did you find yourself like learning to trust your gut more through that process?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Good.
But yeah.
Good. Yeah.
I'm still kind of like a perfectionist, but I think that's just how I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was like the moment where, like when you released the project, was it more so of like, all right, like I have to take this leap and like release this, or was it more like I feel like, you know, there's nothing else for me to do, like I gotta drop this?
Yeah, I was more so like whenever I make music, I know some people, you know, they'll make a lot of songs and then they'll get to a point where they have so many songs, they're like, okay, let me try to see what I can make a project out of or not. But when I make music, I'm always thinking about like it being out.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm always trying to like move with like the intention of releasing my music. So what comes with that is a lot of like pressure because from the very inception of a song, I'm already like, is this like worth continuing to pursue, I guess, because I'm always trying to make sure everything I'm doing is like intentional.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Sometimes it just comes naturally. Sometimes I'm just making shit and then I'm like, oh wow, this is great, I'm gonna put this on my, but a lot of the times I'm very like intentional with how I'm releasing. So
it's good to have that goal in mind.
Yeah. Did I answer your question?
You did.
Okay. I forgot. But yeah, I do try to always move with that goal in mind. So that's why I'm kind of like, even when I'm in those in between periods of not really having anything planned, I'm still, when I'm making music, I am thinking about if this is, you know, like, is this song what I want to continue forward with?
Mm-hmm.
Because I put a lot of thought into my song. So I'm not going to waste the time on it if I'm not even really feeling the song in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Are there a lot of those that kind of don't make the cut for you?
Yeah. Because when I do songs, I do a lot of like vocals, I do a lot of layering. It's a lot of like work that I have to put into making a song complete.
Yeah.
Like outside of like that first reference track where it's barely anything on there. So I'll like make the reference, I'll sit on it, try to come up with ideas for how I'm gonna like make it more layered and, you know, in depth. And if I like the song enough, then it'll get that extra attention. If I don't, it'll just be a reference track forever.
Because you don't want to like put in all. You want to go.
Yeah,
You know, the whole marathon
Right.
if you're not even liking the reference. track.
Exactly, because then I wasted 2 weeks working
Yeah.
on a song that I don't even care about.
Was this like always your process, or did you kind of settle on this like after working on music for? Like,
No, this is always my process.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is always my process, was making songs that way. When I was younger and making music, like I just made stuff because I wasn't releasing anything. But once I started releasing music in 2020, that's just how I've been ever since.